So when does dream recall peak? So apparently dream recall peaks in young adulthood and then just like tanks into the ground as you get older and elderly. Now, of course, as you get older, you actually do spend less time in REM, but of course, you still dream some, maybe not as much as when you're younger, but they're definitely still going through their REM cycles. And something I've noticed too, just in my personal life, when I talk to kind of older people about dreaming, in particular, like when I was in massage, uh, that's when I was really kind of just starting to read all these books and really get into this practice. So of course I started talking about it to some of my regulars, and a bunch of my regulars were kind of on the older side. And the answer I got the vast majority of the time was, they don't dream at all anymore, or they, can barely ever recall or remember their dreams. There was a study done, and I didn't write down who did it. Apologies for that. But they had elderly people. I believe it was even like in an old folks home, and they had them doing like increasingly difficult Sudoku and crossword puzzles, and that showed an increase in dream recall as they got better at that and did that more often. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Also, it says people with good dream recall tend to have more openness to experience, a higher tolerance for ambiguity. They have an inclination towards fantasy and daydreaming, and they also tend to be more creative. And I would think I checked most of those boxes except for the creative part. But nonetheless, if you have bad dream recall, maybe even if you are on the younger side, maybe try do Sudoku or crossword.